What up, everybody? Oh, hold on. Are we live? Make sure that we're live. Yeah, we are live, I think. Oh my god! Oh my god! That was some Oscar ceremony. Woo! 3.5 hours long. Of course, by a few minutes plus. Let me check that we are live. And it was awesome. It was awesome. I loved every minute of it, and there were some surprises that like blew my mind, and including Jamie Lee Curtis. I posted a poll, and I'll show you the poll soon enough on Twitter and YouTube, like because Jamie won instead of Angela Bassett. Everybody thought Angela was gonna win it. Okay, Angela was winning all these other awards leading up to the Oscars, so we're like, of course. So the safe prediction was to predict that Angela was gonna win Best Supporting Actress, but Jamie won it instead. And so I posted a poll, and I'll show it to you. Like a lot of people are divided on this, on whether they think Angela should have won instead of Jamie. But oh man, Everything Everywhere All at Once winning Best Picture. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon also for Ke Huy Quan winning Best Supporting Actor. Michelle Yeoh, oh, Best Actress. Oh, Michelle Yeoh, I love it. I love it. Congrats to Michelle Yeoh. This tonight was a great, victorious night for Asian immigrants everywhere, bro. This is amazing, amazing. But let's get right to. I had some notes here, and then I'll show you the poll. Let's start with Jimmy Kimmel. Um, Overall, the monologue was. If I were to give it a grade, I'd probably give it like a B minus. Um, I think a lot of credit would have to go to his, of course, comedy writing team in the background. The thing is, the reason why it's not A is because Jimmy's delivery was a bit off. I don't know if he was trying to go really really fast to kind of beat the runtime. I get it, I get it. You know, he's trying to like he was making sure that he didn't take up too much time. I get it, but at the same time, that delivery was way too fast, and the jokes came off. You know, were off because of it. Some of it. Um, but I love the jokes about the. Let's see here. I love the jokes about the Pauly Shore jokes because Ke Huy Quan and Brendan Fraser were in the movie Encino Man. That was a pretty cool joke, especially for those of us who grew up watching Encino Man. I love that movie. Nicole Kidman with the AMC joke, that was cool too. The joke about the $100 million, Babylon losing $100 million. That was excellent. And Margot Robbie was there tonight. Wonder how she felt about that one. Um, oh my God, Tom Cruise joke. L Run Hubba Hubba. That really got me rolling on the floor. You know what? I get that Tom Cruise doesn't want to come again to the to events like this or the Oscars because everybody's making fun of his Scientology. But hey, Tom, you brought this on yourself. Why are you a Scientologist anyway? Um, and Jimmy Kimmel's joke about Will Smith, that was pretty clever as well. And then he had another joke later on tonight about this is the point of the show where you kind of miss the slapping, isn't it? So that was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Aisha here. Aisha, thank you for joining me. Aisha, a faithful fan of Rama Screen YouTube channel. By the way, Aisha, Lady Gaga showed up. Hey, 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 hey. I'm not saying that you got it wrong. I mean, I'm sure we all thought that Lady Gaga was too busy filming Joker 2, and I did too. But I think you and I are glad that Lady Gaga could make the time to perform tonight. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So let's see what. Oh, Pinocchio won. That's not a surprise. Guillermo del Toro won. I want Puss in Boots won. We all predicted that. So that's like one in the bag. One in the bag. Ke Huy Quan winning Best Supporting Actor. Aisha, I think you and I predicted that one as well. Everybody got that. But that speech though, by the speech by Ke Huy Quan was so heartfelt. So when he said something about he was a refugee kid. He was in a refugee camp for like a year, and now he won an Oscar. Like, dude, that is like that is like straight out of like that's something that a movie script could not provide. You know, like that is really that is inspiring. That's the word inspirational right there. You know, embodied in Ke Huy Quan, a refugee. You know, um, and it's and you feel that you feel for him when he was speaking, and that's why I tweeted tonight that tonight was a victorious night for Asian immigrants. You know, for Ke Huy Quan, for Michelle Yeoh, for one of the Daniels. You know, he's talking about he's the son of immigrants. You know, so the night of Asian immigrants tonight at the Oscars. Love, 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 love. Ke Huy Quan with his uh, heartwarming, heartfelt speech. Jamie Lee Curtis won Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. I love her speech. She was her speech was very inclusive. It was not about me, 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 me. You know, a lot of the winners they would say me, 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 and that's fine. That's their prerogative. But Jamie Lee Curtis is like, no, it's we. You know, we won this together. You know, Daniels, we won this together. Michelle Yeoh, we won this together. So whether or not you are bummed out by the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis won instead of Angela Bassett, you got to admit the fact that that speech by Jamie Lee Curtis was bravo, was celestial, was so good. Um, Aisha Jones said, "Love that Lady Gaga ended up making the show. Love her toned down performance. Yeah, right, right. It's very, very. What's the word I'm looking for here, Aisha? Very, very subdued, right? Very subtle. Very, you know, it's not bombastic. It's not loud. You know, I love it. I love her performance tonight, Lady Gaga. So yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis winning was one of the surprises tonight, but it was a pleasant surprise nonetheless. Um, Navalny winning Oscar for Best Documentary Feature, which is fascinating because the character, the subject matter, Navalny, he's in prison right now, I believe, because of Russia's dictatorship. So that was another inspiring stuff as well. Um, I wanted to also comment real quick about the Little Mermaid trailer. That was surprising that I don't know about you guys, but I was shocked to find that they were airing the Little Mermaid trailer, the live action The Little Mermaid, at the Oscars, right? I was like, I thought it was gonna be during the commercials, right? Usually the trailers happen or air during commercials, commercial breaks. I mean, wow, that goes to show the big pull that Disney has. I don't know if that's gonna be the new normal, where every year we're gonna have now uh, uh, two presenters presenting a trailer instead of presenting the envelope or the categories. That was really that caught me off guard. Irish Goodbye winning Best Live Action Short Film. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet, but congrats to them. Um, let's see here. All Quiet on the Western Front won a lot, including Best International Film. Aisha said was 17 for 23. Lots of surprise wins by All Quiet on the Western Front. That did me in. Yes, great night for Asians and Asian Americans tonight. Also, the RRR winners. Yes, that's also Asian. People forget that India is South Asia. So, congrats to them. All Quiet on the Western Front won a lot of categories, Aisha, including Best Cinematography. Well deserved. If you've seen the movie, it's on Netflix. Go see it. If you haven't, go see it on Netflix. It's incredible. One of the best movies this past year. Um, and it deserved that Best Cinematography. Definitely deserved it. Um, the Whale winning for Best Makeup Hairstyle. That was I predicted that. You know, I think you guys too. I think that was a very obvious victory. The Whale winning Best Makeup. The way that they transformed Brendan Fraser. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Uh, I tweeted this. I think that because India won for RRR Best Song, and then India also won Oscar for Best Documentary Short, The Elephant Whisperers. And I tweeted that it really, really bugs me. It really pisses me off, actually, that the Indian lady from The Elephant Whisperers and the makeup hairstyle lady, the Asian lady from the Whale, There are three guys winning that, including her. The Indian lady and that Asian lady did not get to give their speech. They got cut off. And I get it. You only have what, 40 seconds to give your speech. But the thing is, if you have three winners, come on, man. And like if I were the guy, the fellow collaborator of that the whale makeup hair makeup category, I would have let the ladies do the speaking. I don't know about you guys, but I would have let them do the speaking. Like, why are you hogging the mic? It's like, really? That's patriarchy striking again, and it's just, it really really bugs me. Um, I remember a long time ago, 2006. If you guys remember the Oscars, it was Jon Stewart. 2007 for 2006 Oscars. Jon Stewart was hosting, I believe, and the movie Once. Remember that the Once it won Best Song. I believe their name is Hansel and Marketa, I believe. And then Hansel gave the speech, and Hansel hogged up the time, and Marketa didn't get to speak. And then after the commercial break, do you remember Jon Stewart brought Marketa back, to the stage to finish her speech for Best Song? So I wish Jimmy Kimmel would have done that. But Jimmy Kimmel is not that kind of guy. I'm not like bashing on him, but he's not Jon Stewart. Okay, Jon Stewart has a bigger heart. Jimmy Kimmel is the kind of host who would like lie down on the floor while the winner is speaking. I'm referring to last year's Emmy. So that really bugs me that the ladies did not get to finish their speech. What else? What else am I listening to? I kind of wish that Argentina 1985 had won instead, just so that the country Argentina could have another great victory post their World Cup win. You know what I'm saying? If they won the World Cup in December and then winning Oscar, that would be like, whoa! It'll be like a whole thing. But you know what? I'm happy for All Quiet on the Western Front, and tonight is also a big night for Netflix. Netflix won a lot. The Elephant Whisperers is on Netflix. All Quiet on the Western Front is on Netflix. Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio is on Netflix. So tonight it was a big night for Netflix as well. Let's see. Natu Natu won for Best Song, of course. And that performance, the Natu Natu performance was fire. That was a great, great performance. And the speech by the composers, one of the composers, it was amazing because he was like doing a rendition of the Carpenter song, and it was brilliant, bro. It was funny, but it was spot on as well, and it's like it was a clever rendition of the Carpenters. It's just wow, that is like one of the best speeches tonight as well. You gotta give him that. Aisha's like, "Amen, Rama, ladies first." Exactly, right? Like that guy was like, "What are you doing, man? What are you hogging the time?" Like, there's no chivalry in his bones, and that I was pissed off at that guy. Disney was definitely taking over the show tonight with promos. Yes, there were so many promos of Disney, man. I'm like, really? Does a giant studio like Disney really need to self-promote? I mean, you're Disney. You don't need to do commercials about your movie or yourselves at the Oscars, man. Everybody knows you. It's so advertisement is to get people to know about something that they didn't know before. That's what advertisements are for. But the Oscars has become like an advertisement for Disney now. Let's see. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, the Horse winning Oscar for Best Animated Short. That's cool. That's cool. I haven't seen the movie yet, but that's cool. I'm happy for them. I tweeted that Peter Weir now has an honorary Oscar, but it sucks that Peter Weir has never cleanly won an Oscar clean. Just like Norman Jewison. So both Peter and Norman only got honorary Oscars. But you know what? Sometimes that happens, and they're in their twilight years now. They're not able to make any more movies a time. So honorary Oscars is all they can settle with. That's fine. You know what? I'm happy for Peter. All right. So Cocaine Bear showed up. Oh my God, that was funny. But I felt sad that Elizabeth Banks lost her voice. I don't know what happened there. I want to joke that maybe you had to cut down on the cocaine there, Elizabeth. But I didn't tweet it that. Poor girl, poor girl. But that cocaine bear bit was hilarious. He showed up again later on with Jimmy Kimmel. That was fantastic, fantastic. The cocaine bear bit was as funny as I thought was as funny as the Cats bit. Remember that Rebel Wilson uh, and what's his name? James Corden. Rebel Wilson, James Corden was at the Oscars, and they were dressed up as the Cats because they were part of the cast of the Cats. It reminded me of that. It reminded me of that. Aisha is like, great performance by Natu Natu, made me get up and dance. Yep, yep. I wish, you know what? I unfortunately I had two. I unfortunately I have two left feet, Aisha. If I tried to dance Natu Natu, I would probably fall every single, like every other second. Congrats to Avatar: The Way of Water winning Oscar for Best VFX. I don't think anybody is surprised by that. Um, Everything Everywhere All at Once winning Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. Women Talking, Sarah Polley winning Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay. I'm happy for Sarah Polley. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Sarah Polley is also an actress before she became a filmmaker. So she's been in this business for quite a while. And so that's the fact that she didn't get nominated for directing was kind of atrocious. I thought she should have gotten nominated for Best Directing as well, but I'm happy for her win for Best Adapted Screenplay. Um, Jimmy Kimmel's joke about Robert Blake was brilliant, and because not a lot of people know that Robert Blake had just died recently. And Robert Blake is a very controversial figure, even though he showed up in Cold Blood, which is a classic, by the way. If you haven't seen the film, go check it out. But for the past 20 years, he's been controversial because of the murder of his late wife, where he was acquitted, I believe. So, that thing where Jimmy's like, all right, let's see if Robert Blake will show up in the In Memoriam. That was a very dark humor, but a clever one in my opinion. And look, Robert Blake did not show up. Somebody said on Twitter reply on my tweet said like, well, isn't In Memoriam for characters? Oh, I'm sorry, not characters, actors and actresses from the past year. Filmmakers from 2022. Behind the scenes people from 2022, not like recent deaths. But that's not true because animator Bernie Matheson died last month in February, and he showed up. He's included in the In Memoriam. Um, so In Memoriam is one of the In Memoriam is a segment that in which they can always squeeze in the last minute people, but apparently Robert Blake is way too toxic for even In Memoriam. So despite his contributions to cinema, I don't know, maybe Hollywood or the Oscars did a good thing, the producers did a good thing by not including Robert Blake because, again, of what happened or what transpired the past 20 years regarding Robert Blake. So, okay, let's move on. Top Gun Maverick winning Oscar for Best Sound. That is no surprise as well. I think everybody knew that. I love it. I love Top Gun Maverick. Everybody loves Top Gun Maverick. So, what else? What else? Everything Everywhere All at Once winning Oscar for Best Film Editing. Um, Anyone for Best Directing. Love the Daniels. Let's see. And Brendan Fraser. Oh, Brendan Fraser winning Oscar. Woo, woo, woo. Brendan Fraser has an Oscar. I was so like, I was on the edge of my seat, man. I was like, oh, please don't let it be Austin Butler. Please, no. Please, no. But Brendan won, and I'm relieved. And you know what? I'm not dogging on Austin Butler. He was fantastic as Elvis. But as I mentioned to you 1,000 times before, Austin Butler is young. All right? He'll get 1,000 more chances at the Oscar. All right? Hollywood will throw countless roles at Austin Butler like crazy. They will throw roles at him from now on till the end of time. He will get another chance, But this is Brendan Fraser's moment. You know in your heart of hearts that Brendan Fraser's not going to get another chance like this, right? Especially with Brendan Fraser having a, how do you call that? Hollywood not giving roles to Brendan Fraser, over the past decade or so. This is his chance. This is his moment, and I'm glad he got it. And that speech was fantastic as well. And the fact that he acknowledged Hong Chow in his speech, that was like, oh yes. It's like he said something about the depths, the whales going. I can't even paraphrase it. Can't even reach the depths, of Hong Chow's talent. I was like, yes, thank you for acknowledging Hong Chow. Hong Chow was incredible, incredible in that movie. Um, and Michelle Yeoh, oh, winning Oscar for Best Lead Actress. That speech was amazing. She said something along the lines of, "Ladies, don't let anybody ever tell you that you are past your prime." Boom! And that was a dig on Don Lemon. That was a dig on Don Lemon. Don Lemon made that controversial moment, like, oh, that woman is past her prime. Like, it's like, dude, who are you to to be the arbiter? Who died and made you the arbiter of, like, age? What age is past prime or not prime? Let me tell you something, Don. Freaking Samuel L. Jackson. He didn't get his big break until, like, he was 40 years old or 40 something years old, man. The same goes with Jack Nicholson. And that's a male. I'm talking about male, right? And for Michelle Yeoh to finally get her moment in the sun, it's not a question of whether or not she's past her prime. It's a question of, it's not even a question. It's a statement that she's earned it, that she's earned her way to this moment, and next time you want to make a comment, Don, or anybody like Don Lemon, about woman's age, don't. It's better to not say anything than to say something stupid. But I'm getting off tangent here. So that was a great speech by Michelle Yeoh. And she said something about, like, going to Malaysia. She's an Asian immigrant. Kei Hu Kwan is an Asian immigrant. The composer of an RRR song are Asians. They're not Asian immigrants per se. They don't live here, but it's a great night, victorious night for Asian immigrants tonight at the Oscars, and I love it because you know what? I am Asian immigrant, you guys. So I take pride in that, in some percentage of it. Sure, I'll never win an Oscar, but as you know, that's my fellow Asian immigrants right there on the stage. I could see myself in them, and so you have no idea how happy I am for them tonight. That's my people. That's my people. Kei Hu Kwan, Michelle Yeoh. That's my people, y'all. And the director, co-director of Everything Everywhere All at Once, the son of immigrant. So, and of course, Everything Everywhere All at Once winning Oscar for Best Picture. I was a little worried that it might seem like it might go the direction of All Quiet on the Western Front winning both Best International and Best Picture, kind of like Parasite did. I mean, I think if it had won both, like Parasite did, I don't think I would be upset or disappointed, but I'll be like, man, it's such a missed opportunity. They should have given it to Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's how I would have felt if All Quiet on the Western Front had won Best Picture. But I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad All Quiet on the Western Front had their fair share of victories, and Everything Everywhere All at Once had their fair share of victories. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool too. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. And we can all be happy. Aisha is like, love Michelle Yeoh to the moon and back. Yes. So overjoyed for Brendan. Yes. First Powers 100 says, Angela Bassett looked really upset that she lost to Jamie Lee Curtis tonight. She didn't stand up or clap as the rest of the audience gave her a standing ovation. I missed out on that, but I'll take your word for it, First Power 100. If Angela Bassett looked upset, and if she felt upset, you know what? I'm not gonna take that away from her. That's her feelings. That her. It doesn't mean that her emotions are not valid. We shouldn't poo-poo on Angela Bassett for feeling like, because Angela Bassett has been in the business forever, you guys. And the last time he won. Not the last time he won. The last time he was nominated for Oscar was like about 30 years ago, playing Tina Turner in a movie. And she's been like faithfully, so the same with Jamie Lee Curtis, has been in business forever too. So it's not like, I don't see it as like taking, what do you call that? That's saying taking candy from a baby and giving it to, or robbing Peter to give it to Paul. It's not that saying at all. But I know a lot of people feel strongly about that. That's why I'm going to show you the poll now. But I think it's just, if you ask me, I would have been happy for either result. I was gunning for Angela, but Jamie is the same as Angela in that Jamie is also in the business forever. You know, so I would have been kind of bummed out a little bit if Austin Butler had won instead of Brendan Fraser, because Austin Butler is pretty new to the scene. Do you get what I'm getting? Do you get what I'm saying there? So so let me show you the poll. Oh, before I show you the poll, Dominic says, past your prime, many actors got their big break late, like Bryan Cranston and many others you mentioned. Plus, in regards to looks and beauty, Nicole Kidman is over for 50 and hot as heck. Yes, of course, of course. Um, I would give you an Oscar if YouTube had an Oscar Awards for Best YouTuber 2023. Oh, thank you, Dominic. Thank you. Unfortunately, that day will never come because I will never even break a 10,000 subscribers number. But that's neither here nor there. Right? I'm not gonna soak in that. Aisha Jones, I was thinking that also, Rama. Exactly, exactly. Okay, so now are you ready to see the result of the poll? The YouTube poll only got about 5-6 votes, so we're not gonna show that. Maybe it's still getting traction, but I want to show you the poll from the Twitter. So let's see here. There you go. There you guys. Can you see it? Let me make it big. I posted, do you think Angela Bassett should have won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar instead of Jamie Lee Curtis? It got 93 votes. Excuse me. 59.1% says yes, Angela got robbed. 40.9% says no, Jamie deserved the win, the victory. And there's some comments here. Dan the Stan says 1,000 times yes, in favor of Angela. Dan thinks that Angela got robbed. Aaron Jenkins said they were the two worst in the category, so neither option worked for me. Ong Chow, Stephanie Su, or Carrie Condon would have been great winners. Okay, Aaron is entitled to his opinions, right? I don't necessarily agree that Angela and and Jamie are the worst in the category. It's a bit hyperbole. Brian says, get over it. These awards are getting too ridiculous, not required anymore. So Brian is in the camp of people who think that these award shows are, bah humbug. It doesn't really determine somebody's quality. And, to a certain extent, that argument is valid. So anyway, that's the result of the poll. And I've mentioned to you guys the results of tonight's Oscar wins. Prediction-wise, Aisha, I think I got a bit. I'm just from top of my head here. I think I got. I want to say 60% of my prediction correct. All right, I think 60% is pretty fair. Everything Everywhere All Once winning Best Picture. Everything Everywhere All Once winning Best Directing. I also mentioned Ke Huy Quan, and I mentioned Guillermo del Toro. The obvious ones, right? Not the surprises like Jamie Lee Curtis, obviously. So I think I'm safe to say that 60% of my the one that my prediction that went off was the best score. I think Aisha, you and I thought that Justin Hurwitz was going to win best score. Remember that? But guess who won? All Quiet on the Western Front. Well, deservingly so, but we thought that was going to go to Justin Hurwitz. So 60-70%, I think, of my predictions kind of were spot on, if you will. And you know what? That's okay with me. I'm okay with that. Let's see here. Oh, did I miss anything? Oh, Aisha said 17 for 23. So you got 17 right? Out of your 23 predictions. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Count-wise, I don't know how many I got predictions right. So that's why I use percentages. I should have counted it as I was watching it, but if if I was counting and watching the Oscars at the same time, I would not be able to because I'm not good at multitasking, Aisha. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, you guys, for this post reaction. All in all, again, it was a great night for Asian immigrants everywhere. I, as an Asian immigrant, am very happy with the results. So thank you for tuning in, Aisha, Daniel's Hot Topics, Dominic, and First Power 100 on the chat room. For those of you who didn't get to chat with me right now, share your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think about tonight's Oscars? How many of your predictions did you get right or did you not get right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's rock this. Woohoo!